Hey, what's up, guys? This is your host, John Spier, with the Arc Flash podcast. Hope you guys are having a good morning. I know I am. Today, we are going to talk about leadership on episode 2 of the Arc Flash podcast. Leadership. There are a multitude of different ways you can jump on this particular pony. I feel like leadership can be anything, realistically, that in the right situation, even if you are not quote unquote the leader, that you most definitely can be the leader in any given situation, hypothetically. So, the best way to explain it is there is a time to lead and a time to follow, and I feel like that goes along with everyone, even your boss, or even, if you are the leader, there is a time to follow as well. And being a really great leader is how you depict those particular situations. Because if somebody has a better idea, a more legitimate idea that's going to make the project go faster, it would be up to you to make that decision, to say, let's go this route, kind of swallow your pride, and move forward with a legitimately better idea. And I think that's a true sign of a great leader, is being able to tell when someone else has a better idea that you can move forward with and implement immediately, acting on those actions, but let's say there's an instance where you particularly are in a situation that the situation is obviously not great. There's a lack of leadership, and you'll notice this because you'll kind of see it on everyone else's face that there is no clear leader here. We're all just kind of chasing our tail with whatever situation that might be. And that would be the opportunity where you could step in as the leader, if you haven't historically been that person before. So you can see it on everyone's face. I mean, everyone's begging for it. They people want clear leadership to follow. And if they do not have that, you will not find that group of people together very long. Because leadership, there's only so many people who can do it. I'm convinced that everyone can be a leader in certain situations, but to lead day in and day out is why certain people get put in those positions, because it is an all-consuming situation there, but I feel like if you don't have that clear leadership, that clear, where is this guy, what path is this guy leading me down, and guy or girl leading me down, and if you don't have that, well, you're going to find yourself in a situation where, you're going to either become that person, become that leader, or you're going to find someone else that has a better plan. And that is just human nature, So, let's talk about transitioning from a follower to a leader. Now this can be extremely difficult. And I know firsthand, becoming becoming a just a electrician to a foreman was one thing where I was like, okay, I was one of the boys and now I gotta lead these guys, and I also gotta, make everyone else happy and in between. So being the foreman is like the extreme version of being the middleman, right? You want to be good to your the people you got brought up with, but you also got to be good to the company and so on and so forth. So you're the ultimate middleman in that situation. So I do know firsthand that it can be a difficult situation to learn, because once you get elevated to the leadership position, there's obviously close relationships that you have made with the guys or girls on the field. So, but you can't I guess the way that I took it was you cannot start barking orders at them, being unnecessarily aggressive. The reason you got put in charge, no one told you, was because you probably got your shit together, you show up on time, you don't complain very much, and people seem to not mind following you. Does that mean that you have to change everything about you to accept this new position? No. There are aspects about you that you can keep the same. But, however, there are aspects that will need to be elevated to a new level because you have elevated to a new level of leadership. So, with that being said, there are some simple tactics that you can go about it. One would be just, come up with a plan. That's step one. Step two is give simple, clear direction. Number three, stay humble. Remember where you came from. You came from the apprenticeship yourself. So, be humble in that situation. Be humble in all situations. Remember where you came from. Never forget that, because you were that apprentice that didn't know shit. And that's the truth. You were that person. And to treat them like shit, like, is that how you wanted to be treated? Like, it's probably not, I am assuming, so I mean, it would be up to you accepting this new role, that you can either keep things the same or you can break the chain and move along, in a better way, right? you know we are losing tradesmen, like, everyone's retiring, right? So we got this new generation that we need to get involved with this trade. So I think we have the golden opportunity where there's just going to be this flood of new guys, new blood, that we can make a better situation for everyone. Trades have been great to me, and I'm assuming they'll be great to you and everyone else that's involved. So, one final note about the transition of leadership. Like, let me pause it. So when you create a plan, it is not your position to guide this particular plan through. Your job is to oversee the execution of the plan. Which means, let the guys do the doing and you do the leading. That is one of the best pieces of advice I have gotten when I made that transition, is that you can be side by side with them and you can work on something almost separately. And if you want to be a hands-on foreman leader, you can be that guy. But if you tell a group of guys to do something very specific, you want to oversee the execution of that particular product. It's not your position to guide it through, like, by micromanaging the entire situation. I hope you guys liked this little video on leadership. Thank you guys for watching the Arc Flash podcast with your host, John Spier. You can also find us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube under the alias WARHAMMER Electric. That is how I got the start for the podcast, and why I wanted to make this podcast in the first place is because Warhammer was doing great, and want to keep that ball rolling. So let me know if there's anything that you guys want to listen to. I will try to put these up on YouTube as well. Currently it is on Spotify, I believe Alexa, Amazon, and there's a few others. I can't remember the names right now, but I was super excited to get accepted to Spotify and see my name flashed up there. I thought that was pretty cool. Hope you guys have a great day. Please be safe out there. Once again, John Spier, aka Warhammer, the host of Arc Flash Podcast. Have a great day, guys.